Lesson 5, zeros or roots. In example 5 in part 1, we have to find the zeros or roots of this polynomial, x squared plus x minus 2. Right, now clearly to do this one here, we have to factorize that. So we say what two numbers, so in other words, we'll let that equal 0. So x squared plus x minus 2 will be equal to 0 to find the polynomial equation. And so what two numbers multiply together to give me -2 and add up to give me 1, and clearly that's going to be 2 and -1. So this will be x plus 2 times x minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, so these are the factors of this polynomial, x plus 2 equals 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, x equals minus 2 is 1, 0 or root, minus 2, and x equals 1 is the other 0 or root. Okay, now in part 2, we'll let that equal 0. So x cubed minus x equals 0, forming the polynomial equation. Factorize that by taking out the highest common factor, and we get x outside of x squared minus 1 equals 0. This is the difference of two squares. That becomes x plus 1. X minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, x equals 0. X equals -1 and x equals positive 1 are the zeros or roots of this polynomial. What are the zeros or roots of px equals x cubed minus x squared minus x plus 1? Now there'll be another way of doing this, but in this case here we can actually factorize this one by factoring in pairs. So we'll let that equal 0. So x cubed minus x squared minus x plus 1 equals 0. Now split this down the middle, take out the highest common factor here, which is x squared. Of x squared outside of x minus 1 minus 1 outside of x minus 1 equals 0. So we get x minus 1 outside of x squared minus 1 equals 0. So we're going to get x minus 1, x minus 1, x plus 1 equals 0. So the roots or zeros are 1, 1 and -1. In fact, it's got what's called a double root. So this could be factorized in this form. That's x minus 1 all squared times x plus 1.